Survive Poisoned Productions.
Hey guys, so I thought I would bring you guys along. I am headed out to Home Outfitters because I want to see what Halloween stuff they have. I will admit I've already been to Michael's and Winners, and the only thing I bought, I was good. The only thing I bought were 2 snow globes, one from each place. I think that's the new thing this year is Halloween snow globes. I didn't see them at all last year, and now they're like everywhere this year. So I think they're the new thing. I'm loving them. But I really want to go to Home Outfitters and just see if they have anything. It might be too early for Home Outfitters, I'm not sure. I am planning on going to Michael's next week because there are a couple things I'm definitely going to get. I just didn't want to get them the first trip I went there. I'm going to try and do it in moderation, okay? But I thought I would go to Home Outfitters and see what they have. I might stop at Pier 1, I might not. That's super expensive, and I hate when you find something you really like and you're like, oh my god, it's $80 and I don't need it, but it's super cute. And I don't know if I really want to put myself through that, so I think we might skip Pier 1, but we're definitely headed to Home Outfitters, so let's go, guys. Alright guys, so I had no luck at Home Outfitters. There wasn't anything there, which doesn't surprise me. It's still quite early in the season, so I didn't expect them to have their Halloween stuff out yet. But I thought I would check anyways, you know, early bird gets the worm and all that stuff. But now I'm going to head over to Michael's just so I can show you some of their cool Halloween stuff, because I really like a lot of the things that they have this year. But yeah, let's head on over. So I'm back from Michael's. Ignore everything behind you. I live in a very unorganized, messy house all the time. You're gonna have to just get over it, Bobo. So at Michael's, I obviously love it, a bunch of stuff that's there, but I really try and like think about it and make good purchases. Like I really liked a bunch of their black and orange and purple ornaments, but I wanted the bigger ones and I don't have a big tree for them to go on. I just have a little black tree. And it already has some ornaments on it. I might go and get the smaller ones, but I was like, oh my gosh, like these will be here next year, and A, you don't have a tree for them right now, and B, even if they're not here next year, you can easily buy them at Christmas time and spray paint them, and then you'll have whatever ones you want, right? So didn't get those. And like I did a bunch of smart things like that where I'm like, or I could get my parents to help me, could make that if I really wanted it type thing. So the one thing that I did get, I was really good. I only got one thing this trip and I only got one thing last trip. Like, I am killing it. The one thing that I did get is this little bowl thing that has skull hands all along the sides of it. There were 3 different bowls. There was one, obviously this one, and then there was one like this but bigger. And there weren't any skull hands on it, but there was like this skull head, and then his spine went down the side of it, but it was bigger. And this is kind of like the perfect size. It could even be slightly smaller than this, is what I need it for. I'm going to use it for my face paints, like the water dish that I need. And then there was one that was smaller that I absolutely loved. It was like this big, and it had a skeleton hand holding the black bowl. Oh, it looks amazing. But one thing that pisses me off is like, here's the thing. They always put the US price and the Canadian price on like everything that's there. And I'm like, bitch, at least have the decency to take the US price off. Stop reminding me that I'm paying a lot more than US citizens are to get this same fucking bowl. It's so irritating. Because some of the prices, I mean, that's not that different, like $10 to basically $14, but I mean, still. Some of them are, like, the more money it is, the bigger the difference it is, right? So sometimes they'll be like, oh, this is $27 Canadian or American and $35 Canadian. And I'm just like, oh, fuck you. Like, take that price tag off. It makes me so mad just to see that, because I'm like, fuck. If I was just in America, and, well, I mean, it wouldn't, because transferring my Canadian dollar to American money is just, you pay the same difference, you just aren't aware that you pay the same difference when they transfer you know, the money into the proper currency, but still, it just irritates me. I'm like, oh, why is Canada so expensive? But I love this bowl so much, and I'm super pleased with it, and I can't wait to put some water in it and do a makeup look. So today we're going to be doing this very lacy, pretty, blingy, shiny, sparkly, all that good stuff, kind of skull, Day of the Dead inspired look. I absolutely love how this turned out, and if I was wearing this for Halloween, like, I would fucking go the distance. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would lace, like, everything. I would wear like a bandeau and some shorts and some like chiffon, like kind of see-through-y material, all black because that's my life, over it to have kind of this like dress Arabic feel, like Egyptian kind of like elegant look to it for like the wardrobe, and then literally like lace arms, chest, legs, like everything, and like all the way around, not like this half that I did. But for the places like your hands and stuff, use real waterproof eyeliner, because like when you wash your hands and stuff, it will run. Even the waterproof stuff when you're washing your hands will run, but like just for touching things, it won't rub off like face paint does, because face paint is notorious for that kind of shit. Some minor changes that I would do is I wouldn't put these bottom teeth as close to my top lip as I have. I would move them down just slightly, because the edges I can feel right here and here are starting to peel a bit, and that's just because the liquid latex is sitting on a part of my mouth that moves a lot. So, or I would extend the teeth at least one more row so that the edge of them is actually sitting on skin that stays quite flat. That would also be a way to avoid the lifting situation. So either move them down or do another row on both sides so that the main like outline of your mouth is still laying on something flat. It can move, but it just has to stay flat, and I think these edges are too close to the corners of like the bottom of my mouth, and so the skin moves too much when I talk. I would leave this. I thought going darker would make it look better, like the skin around the mouth, but actually making it literally match your skin tone as well as possible makes it look the best. Because when I started making it like black, it just looked like I had this like muzzle, so then I had to go back and put concealer over it to fix that. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. Anyways, guys, I've rambled enough, and let's just get to the tutorial.
So I've already applied face lotion and foundation, and now I'm going to go in with this liquid latex and apply it in vertical streaks. These are going to be the bones of our face. And then I'm going to apply twisted cotton over top of that, and then I'm going to go over top of the cotton with another layer of liquid latex just to mat them down and make sure they're the shape that I want them to be. I'm also going to do the same procedure right above my upper lip, just so that it's a top and bottom jaw. Now, to apply the fake teeth over top of this, what I did was I wadded up a cotton ball in a circle, and then I put liquid latex on it and put it into the nail, and then I pushed the nail and the circular cotton ball onto these bone ridges that we've made. That was the best technique I could find to apply the nails, but you know, if you have a better one, go hard. I'm just applying some eyelid primer now, and I'm going in with a bunch of different colors at first. I use orange, yellow, burgundy, and purple. And then in the end, I go in with a fluffy brush and go in with the purple and a black and really just like fade out and darken the edge of my eye. Basically, you want to kind of outline how you want the like skull eyes to look, basically, with your colors. And you can do any palette of colors of eyeshadows that you want. This is just what I chose because I knew it would also kind of match my wig, like purple with purple, you know what I'm saying? And then I also went under the eye with that color. Now I'm just taking a black face paint and outlining my eyes in a like skull kind of squarish looking shape, and then I go in and start with the designs. Now the designs basically speak for themselves. They're all circular with line pattern, a little bit tribal, a little bit lacy. And you can do whatever works best for your face shape. You can play around with different techniques. And right here I'm just adding a bit of flesh tone to the liquid latex and then applying my foundation over top. If you were just to apply the foundation straight on, it would look kind of gray because there's no pink tones in there, so you definitely want to put a red or a pink on before you put on your foundation. And then I just continue with the line work, adding swoops, and lines and dots and all of that good stuff. This is totally personal preference. You can switch it up. You can do exactly what I did. Yeah, it's all up to you guys. I just thought I would give you kind of a rough outline of just how I did it, and honestly, patience is key here. Go slow and steady and get really like good lines. If you rush it, you'll get really wobbly lines and they'll be uneven, so patience is definitely key. And the more designs that you have on it, the more eye-catching it's going to be. However, also the longer it is going to take. So, you know, that's kind of up to you on that one. I guess I could talk about my jaw now. So for the bone part, I don't show a lot of what I do with the teeth because I ended up not really liking it, and then the shots weren't that great in the end anyways. I would keep the teeth the skin color that they are right now. I go in and I darken it too much and then it kind of looks like a muzzle, so definitely keep it as close to your skin tone as possible. And just go in like I'm doing here and just darken between the lines, but don't get it too muddy because then it starts to look like a muzzle. But you definitely want to still add that like 3D dimension to your look, but definitely just don't go as hardcore as I did, as you can see. So all I've done here is I've glued on some gems with some spirit gums to each of the teeth, and then I went in and added glitter right above the gems. But again, like I said, I'm not totally in love with how the teeth ended up looking, so I mean, you can do whatever you want for that. I just thought I would give you at least the basis of what I started with, and then you can paint it however you want. But yeah, definitely keep it lighter. I think looks a lot better. Mine just got a bit too muddy, but I still thought this tutorial was pretty cool. So now I'm just adding a bunch of gems to my face randomly, all over basically, and that's it, that's all. I also repeat the same line pattern sort of on my chest and on my hand. I didn't think it was necessary to show that just because it's literally like the same steps, just with a slightly different pattern. But yeah, this is a super simple, like easy look. It just takes patience and you get this really cool eye-catching look. And if you don't have spirit gum, you can always use eyelash glue, but I'm sure you guys knew that already. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this look.